Anyway, let's get started. So hopefully you've got a mat out. If not, doesn't really matter. So sit in a comfortable seat. I'm gonna back up over here and go onto my yoga mat. So hopefully everybody can see me and the lighting's good and all that. All right, come into a comfortable seat. Sit up nice and tall. Close your eyes or look softly at the floor. And take in just a few deep breaths. Start to deepen your inhales and your exhales. Let yourself sit firmly on the floor, so really root your bones down into the floor. And as you root down, gently lift your torso up. Squeeze your shoulders onto your back, lift your chin out of your chest. And take in a deep inhale. And when you breathe in as much air as you can, breathe in just a little bit more. And then exhale completely. And when you think you've exhaled all your air out, exhale out that last little bit. And keep doing just a few more deep breaths like this on your own. So really fully expanding with your inhale and then completely deflating your lungs on your exhale. Take in just a few more breaths. Take in one more deep inhale. Exhale fully. And then gently open your eyes. All right, let's do it. Take your left hand to your right knee. Take your right hand behind your hips and use your hands to just gently twist. Pull your belly button in toward your spine. Use your arms to help guide the twist. Look over either your back shoulder or your front shoulder is going to be less of a twist. Slowly untwist back to center. Take your right hand to your left knee, left hand behind your hips. Inhale, lift your lungs up, and then exhale, twist. Use your hands to help guide the motion in your spine. And again, either look over your back shoulder or your front shoulder. Slowly untwist. Take your fingertips back behind your hips. Squeeze your shoulders onto your back and lift your chest up. And then exhale, lower your torso. Take your right hand to your right hip. Stretch your left arm up. Reach up and crescent to the side. So just a gentle crescent pose to get you going. Press your right hand down, point your elbow back. Point your palm towards the floor and stretch towards the side. Either look down, forward, or up. Then inhale, come back up. Take your hand to your hip and switch sides. Stretch your right arm up. Reach up and tilt over to the left. Look down, forward, or up. Press down with your bottom hand to create more space on your side. And then stretch up and over. Inhale, come all the way back up. Take your hands to the floor. Take your hands out in front of you and come onto hands and knees. Press your hands down. Squeeze your thighs in. Exhale, round your back. Take your chin in toward your chest, cat pose. Squeeze your thighs in. Pull your belly button toward your spine as you round your back even more. Inhale, curve your spine, look forward. Stretch your torso forward. Gently squeeze your shoulders onto your back. Exhale, round your back, cat pose. Then inhale, cow. Move through a few more rounds with your own breath to start to warm up your spine. can see that some more of you have joined, but I can't read that far because I took my glasses off. So welcome to whoever else is here. I'm happy to have all of you. On your next exhale, come to a neutral spine. Walk your hands forward towards the front of your mat or towel, whatever you're using to practice on. Curl your toes under and press your hips up and back to downward facing dog. Press your hands down and forward. Shift your hips up and back. From here, start to bend one knee and then the other to stretch out the backs of your legs. Take in a few deep breaths. Stretch both of your heels towards the floor. Press your hands down, stretch your torso toward your thighs. Bring the inner edges of your feet together. Come onto your tiptoes and then come into plank, top of a push-up. So you can do plank with your knees up or your knees down. Knees down will help to build more support or build more strength. Squeeze your thighs in, tighten your glutes, press your tailbone down. Tone your abdomen and take a few deep breaths. Shift your hips back, downward facing dog. Lower your knees to the floor. Take your knees wide, your toes together behind you. Lower your hips toward your heels, child's pose. Stretch your arms out in front of you. Taking a few deep breaths, crawl your fingertips further forward to get more length and stretch in your spine. Come back up to hands and knees. Curl your toes under, press your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, step or hop forward to the front of your mat. Inhale, extend your spine, look forward. And exhale, fold into your legs. Bend your knees to hug your torso in toward your thighs. Place your hands to your hips, point your elbows back, stand all the way up. Release your arms down to your sides. Inhale, stretch your arms up. Stretch your spine, really reach up. Exhale, fold forward, touch the floor. Inhale, extend your spine, look forward. And exhale, bend your knees, place your hands to the floor, step or hop back to downward facing dog. Bend your right knee, step your right foot forward between your hands. So it could take a couple steps to get there. That's okay. Come up onto your fingertips. And in this lunge pose, so look at your front knee. You want your front knee to be right over your ankle. And then lift your back thigh up towards the ceiling, straighten your back leg. Squeeze your legs in, tone your abdomen. Keeping your legs this strong, inhale, stretch your arms up. So this is a lunging warrior one or a high lunge. I usually call it lunging warrior one. Stretch your arms up and back. Lengthen your spine and maybe sit lower in your front knee. Exhale, place your hands to the floor. Step to plank, and again, plank with your knees up or your knees down. Press your hips back, downward facing dog. Same thing, second side. Step your left foot forward between your hands. Come up onto your fingertips. Straighten your back leg, lift your back thigh up. And again, look at your front knee, so front knee over ankle. That'll just keep your leg in good alignment. Squeeze your legs in. Inhale, stretch your arms up. Lunging warrior one, second side. Straighten your back leg. Lift your back thigh up, sit lower in your front knee. Move your tailbone in, stretch your arms up and back. Sit lower. Exhale, place your hands to the floor. Step to plank. Shift your hips back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, hinge back forward into plank. Lower all the way down to the front of your body. Place your hands next to either side of your torso. Squeeze your shoulders in. Press the tops of your feet down. Point your toes straight back behind you. Press your tailbone down. Then inhale, curl your shoulders up and back, cobra. Stretch your torso forward. Squeeze your legs in. Press your tailbone down. Tone your abdomen, lift your torso, stretch your chest forward. Exhale, lower your torso towards the floor, curl your toes under, and again, press up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, step or hop forward. Inhale, extend your spine, look forward. And exhale, fold into your legs. Place your hands to your hips, point your elbows back, stand all the way up. Release your arms down by your sides. Take a few breaths. So those are all of the parts of a sun salutation. So, there's one more pose, but we're gonna do that in a second. So this is sun salutation 2, or if you've heard Sanskrit before, it's called Surya Namaskar B. So here's the pose we haven't done yet. Bring your feet together. Inhale, stretch your arms up, sit into an imaginary chair. Save the best one for last. Squeeze your thighs in. Shift your weight back into your heels. Tone your abdomen, lift your torso up, stretch your arms up and back. Inhale, stand all the way up. Place your palms together in front of your heart. Take a deep breath. Release your arms down by your sides. Okay, so we're gonna put all those poses together. Okay, wait, is everybody still there? Okay, I totally lost you guys. Are we good? I saw one little heart. Okay, cool. All right, back to it. That was a little bit of a rest for you guys. Okay, here we go. So inhale, stretch your arms up, point your palms in. Exhale, sit in an imaginary chair. Inhale, lift your arms up and back. Exhale, fold forward, touch the floor. Inhale, extend your spine, look forward. Exhale, step or jump back, plank, top of a push-up. Exhale, lower all the way down to the front of your body. Inhale, curl your shoulders up and back, cobra. Stretch your torso forward. Exhale, lower your torso towards the floor, curl your toes under, press up and back, downward facing dog. And I'm gonna give you the breath cues for this, but if you're like, I am not inhaling or exhaling what I'm saying, don't even worry about it. Okay, inhale, step your right foot forward, reach your arms up, lunging warrior one. Stretch your arms up and back, lengthen your spine. Exhale, place your hands to the floor, step back to plank, lower all the way down. Inhale, curl your shoulders up and back, cobra, stretch your torso forward. Exhale, lower your torso towards the floor, curl your toes under, press up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, step your left foot forward, reach your arms up, lunging warrior one. Sit lower. Exhale, place your hands to the floor, step to plank, lower all the way down. Inhale, curl your shoulders up and back, cobra, stretch your torso forward. Exhale, lower your torso towards the floor, curl your toes under, press up and back, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath. Inhale, bend your knees, step or hop forward to the front of your mat. Inhale, extend your spine, look forward. Exhale, fold into your legs. Inhale, stretch your arms all the way up. Exhale, sit in an imaginary chair. Lift your torso, stretch your arms back. Exhale, fold forward, touch the floor, bend your knees, hug your torso in toward your thighs. Take a few deep breaths. Place your hands to the floor, bend your knees, step or hop to plank, lower all the way down to the front of your body. From here, roll over onto your back. Bend your knees, walk your heels in toward your hips, press your feet down, lift your hips up. Reach down, either hold the outside of your mat with your hands, or whatever you're practicing on, or walk your shoulders in toward your spine, interlace your hands behind your low back. Press your feet down, squeeze your thighs in, lift your hips, chest, and chin up. Carefully lower your hips to the floor. Take your feet out wider than your hips. Let your knees fall in towards each other. Rest with your hands on your heart. Take a moment to close your eyes. And like you did when we first started, if you've been on the call since the beginning or on the little video, reconnect to your breath. All right, from here, two options. Either wedge your hands underneath your hips and lift your legs up this way, or interlace your hands behind your head. And if you're doing this option, lift your head and shoulders up, point your elbows forward. Then lift your legs up. All right, so these are leg lifts. We're gonna do it just one leg at a time. So lower your right leg to a hover. Squeeze your thighs in. Lift your leg up, touch your knees to your elbows if your arms are lifted, and then lower your left leg to a hover. Lift your leg up, touch your knees to your elbows, and you can do the same thing if your hands are behind your hips. Just lower down, come back up. Lower down, come back up. Keep going with your own breath. You can go as fast or as slow as you want. And luckily this is online, so I can't even see if you're doing it or not. So, do as many or as few as you want. Stop whenever you want. Make sure you do both sides evenly. And then lower your feet to the floor and rest in that same position you did that constructive rest pose just a minute ago. Take a few deep breaths. Stretch your left leg along your mat. Bend your right knee in, interlace your hands around your right thigh, straighten your leg, press your thigh into your hands. Stay there. Start to walk your arms up your leg and hug your torso toward your thigh. And then carefully walk your hands down your leg, stretch your right leg along your mat. Bend your left knee in, interlace your hands around your thigh, straighten your leg, press your thigh into your hands. This is a good way to neutralize your spine after some of the back bend and then the ab work. Stay just like this, or for the hamstring stretch, start to walk your arms up your leg, hug your thigh toward your torso. Then carefully walk your hands back down your leg. Bring both of your legs to the floor, or your feet to the floor, knees bent. Take your right ankle to the top of your left knee. Then lift your left leg up, interlace your hands around your thigh or your shin. Flex your feet, flare your toes, use your arms to hug your legs in toward your chest. So this is needle side. If your hips are feeling a little more tight today, you can cross your thighs like I'm doing right now and hold your front shin or your back thigh. So just notice what you're feeling in your body. And if something feels like it's hurting or if it's really tense or tight, don't force it beyond that. All right, release your feet. Take your left ankle to your right knee. Lift your right leg up. And again, either reach through the space of your legs like this, or if this is a lot on your outer left hip, cross your thighs and hold either your shin or your bottom thigh. Whichever variation you're doing, flex your feet, flare your toes, squeeze your heels toward your hips, and that'll just help to protect your knee joints. Take a few deep breaths. And then carefully lower your foot to the floor. Hug your knees in toward your torso. Rock from side to side. Rock yourself back to rock up into a seated position. From here, Stretch your legs straight out in front of you. Place your hands next to your hips. Squeeze your shoulders onto your back, stretch your spine. I can see that you guys are saying things, but I have no idea what it says. So, hopefully everything's working well. From here, bend your knees, reach down, hold the outside of your feet with your hands. Touch your torso to your thighs and slowly start to fold forward. So this is called west stretch. And the reason you can do this with your knees bent is just to protect your low back and your hamstrings. Because if you do it straight and bent over like this, that can start to just mess up the discs in your back. So if you're touching your torso to your thighs, it just makes it a safer way to stretch. So I'm really into alignment, which is why I'm giving you so many cues. Because I like to keep people safe when they practice. So if you're like, why are you telling me to do so many things? That is why, but know that I am saying them with love. Okay, straighten your arms. Come back to a comfortable seated position. So whatever that means for you. Take your hands back behind your hips and take your hands to the tops of your knees. Take in just a few deep breaths. Then we're going to do what we started with. Take your right hand to your left knee, take your left hand behind your hips, and then twist. Either look forward or look backwards. Then notice as you do the twist, if you feel anything different in your spine, if maybe the pose feels a little bit more open than the first one you did. And if not, that's okay too. Exhale, slowly untwist. Take your left hand to your right knee, your right hand behind your hips. Pull your belly button toward your spine. Inhale, lift your chest up, and then use your hands to help guide the twist. And then either look over your front shoulder or your back shoulder. And also notice if one side twists more easily than the other side, and that's common. Don't worry. As you practice, sometimes that can even itself out. Slowly untwist. Take your hands wherever they feel comfortable, along your thighs, knees, wherever. Sit up nice and tall. Close your eyes or look softly at the floor. Take in a few deep breaths. So we're going to do the same sort of thing we started with. So when you inhale, fully inflate your lungs and breathe in as much air as you can. See if you can even make yourself sit up a little bit taller. And then exhale all of the air out, even that little last bit. Take in a few more deep breaths like that. So inhale fully. See if you can even start to expand your rib cage with your lungs. And then exhale completely. Continue to stay in this seated meditation for maybe another minute or so. You can also rest on your back. So this is the typical Shavasana. Is on your back with your legs out in front of you, hands open to the side, and you can close your eyes. The option that I'm giving now is to really rest in whichever way is going to be the most comfortable for you. So that could be on your side, it could be on either side, it can also be on the front of your body, it could be in a seated meditation, whichever way you're going to feel the most rest. And the reason why we do Shavasana is to receive all the benefits of your practice. So that's kind of when everything sort of just sinks in. So take in a few more deep breaths and let yourself just start to rest. Continue to rest here for as long as you'd like. And then when you're ready, bend your knees, roll to the side if you're lying down, and use your arms to sit all the way back up. Sit up nice and tall. Gently open your eyes. Yeah, how's everybody feeling? So that was a quick little class. Just kind of wanted to see how the technology works, how the sound works. I know it's a little bit echoey in this room, so we'll have to see about that. But yeah, thank you so much for practicing, and I am excited to be able to support you guys through this and offer whatever I can to help you maybe feel a little bit less stressed, a little I don't even know what the word is, a little bit more ready to handle whatever the fuck else comes our way, huh? Okay, cool. Well, thanks guys. I'll plan to do this again, maybe I'm thinking maybe Sunday, late morning. So I will post that up and let you guys know. So thank you so much for coming, for hanging out, and yeah, all my Starbucks people, hang in there. Love you guys so much. So thanks. Okay, bye.